For the last 2 years, I've been in a love-hate relationship with this Hollyland lapel mic. Solid on set, but I've spent so many hours editing the audio in post. I've been on the hunt for a quality mic that isn't gonna break the bank. And while I do believe in buy once, cry once, the price point on this one wouldn't really have me crying. So I think I found my new primary microphone. If it wasn't for this one thing. This here is the Boya Magic Mic. No, not that Magic Mic, this Magic Mic. A 4-in-1 wireless mic that promises studio quality with AI noise cancellation in a discreet, portable package with long battery life that is super tiny and lightweight. And so far, the raw audio out of this thing exceeds my expectations for a mic at this price point. In fact, I'm wearing it right now. All right, let's get this part out of the way. Boya sent me this mic to review, but this is not a sponsored video, meaning no money exchanged hands. All they did was provide me a product, and I'm here to talk about it. But as you can see, I'm wearing the mic right now, and I did zero processing on this audio in post-production. This is what it sounds like raw, and I'm genuinely impressed. Great, now the disclaimer's out of the way, let's take a closer look at this tiny unit.
That's what she said, that's what she said, that's what she said.
I gotta say, when I received this, I was very intrigued because of the unique form factor here. They are marketing this as a 4-in-1 microphone, which I personally haven't seen before. So it includes these 2 lapel mics that are inside this case, which I'll call a pod. You can stick them on your shirt like I have here, hands-free, run and gun style with a clip, or a magnetic piece on the back like most of these lapel mics have nowadays. Also, when they're in the pod case, it can be used as a handheld mic, which is super unique. Plus, the kit that I received came with this little stand accessory. So you can put it on the stand with a 1/4-inch screw on the back and use it like a desktop mic, like sitting in front of you or in a room with multiple people. And the bottom part of this little tripod thing spins off and is a cold shoe adapter or for a camera. So it can be used like a shotgun mic. You can take one of the lapel mics out like I have here and use it on yourself and keep the other one in the pod and use it as a handheld mic. Super versatile for multiple use cases. I really love that. Now the frequency range is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, and I get that. Not really too sure on the 48 kilohertz, 24-bit recording and 144 decibel dynamic range, but when I asked Grok to explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old, it said it's like CD quality, but wireless. And so far after testing it, I'd have to agree. They claim a 6-hour battery life per transmitter for a total of 30 hours with the charging case, and even lets you record while recharging the lapel mics, like with a handheld mic, which is another excellent feature I haven't seen before. The controls on it are super easy to use. Press and hold, single click to the button on the pod or on the lapel mic is really all you need to control it. And I gotta say, the noise cancellation on this is a must-have. Without it, even though in my studio here, it's not perfect, I do have some sound dampening around here, plus a couch that absorbs sound and some paintings and sound panels and stuff on the walls. It sounds pretty echoey without the noise cancellation enabled. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now. So this is the mic without noise cancellation enabled. The whole time I've had noise cancellation on. You can tell the difference there. There's a lot to desire on that noise cancellation mode. Let's go back to that. So I guess that's one thing I have to remember when I'm using this, so the audio can get picked up directly into the camera and I don't have to do any type of noise cancellations in post, which is gonna save me so much time. So much time. Now let's try some of the other settings and features and ways that we can record with this 4-in-1 Magic Mic bundle. I can't get over that name. I think they kind of, they didn't think that one through, did they? All right, we'll start with the lapel mic that I'm already wearing. So you can kind of see at the top of the mic, there's a little green light, but it's not very noticeable, which is super nice to see, because even though it's not a big deal to have a mic on your shirt these days, like in a video, having it more discreet and out of the way does help with that quality that I'm personally trying to provide in my videos. And when we turn it off of that noise cancellation mode with the single button, the light turns blue. And when the noise cancellation's on, it's back to green. As well as on the mic, the LEDs on the receiver, which come in the kit, well, at least the kit that I got, also turn green or blue depending on your settings. All right, now let's put everything together so that it's in a handheld microphone, not wearing any lapel mic. All right, now I'm talking into the handheld mic, and right on the top of the pod case, I'll show close-ups here, but you can look at it and see that it's got like a pattern that allows for, you know, the mic pattern or whatever. I've got noise cancellation on this. You can see the green light that is right here. Ooh, kind of looks like a cigar. But essentially the lapel mic that's in the top of this little pod is actually the mic that's being used for capturing audio here. And it does capture it in stereo, which is sweet. And the kit comes with a pop filter and a dead cat filter for the handheld mic. This whole time we've been in noise canceling, like I said. Now let's turn noise canceling off and see how it sounds with the handheld mic. This is the sound with the noise cancellation off without a pop filter. Let's put a pop filter on and see how it sounds from there. All right, here we are. I have the pop filter on and no noise cancellation in place. I bet it sounds pretty echoey still, but and then again with the click of one button, it goes back to noise cancellation mode now with the pop filter on. So now I'm gonna put it up here in front of me on the camera so we can simulate what it sounds like a shotgun mic. I'm a little bit of a distance away from my camera, so it may not pick it up as well, but let's check it out. So here we are, it's right in front of me, shotgun mic style, and audio again is iffy. It sounds much better when the mic is right up in your face or right on your shirt, but like I said before, this could be a good option for scratch audio or sync audio if you have multiple cameras running. It should pick up everything you need to sync your tracks. Also, you can download the Boya app and pair your mics with your phone to get more control over your audio settings. So the app gives you more noise cancellation strength, so not just the basic on-off by clicking a button. Also in an advanced or stronger noise cancellation if you're like in a windy area or in lots of traffic. The app also offers gain control, so you get a fader that you can slide to really fine-tune the gain on your mics. There's also multiple recording modes from mono to stereo and even a safety track. Things that you would expect to get using an app with a device like this. It's nice to be able to make changes on the fly and see it in real time and not just hope that you can fix it in post. I don't know, I'm not an audio engineer, but this sounds a lot better than the other one I've been using for the past 2 years, so I say that's a win in my book. Except for a few things that it's missing or doesn't quite get right. Of course, there's some downsides here. It's a $120 mic. That's surprisingly good sound quality for what you pay for, but there's no internal recording, which isn't a deal breaker, but I do like being able to record directly onto the microphone because there's been instances where something screwed up on either the footage or the audio recorded on the local mic, and it's just nice to have that backup track. When you're holding it handheld mic style, you can definitely hear your hands on the mic moving around. It's not horrible, but it's definitely there. Another downside is the receiver, which goes into the camera through a 3.5mm cable. That must be recharged on its own. It would have been really nice if there was a way you could essentially attach that receiver to the mic pod and charge it all together with one cable instead of having to charge it separately with 2 cables. Also, when you're using the USB adapter or the Thunderbolt adapter, lightning cable, it's a lightning cable, right? Lightning adapter, whatever, I don't know, I don't use iPhone. When you have it in your receiver plugged into your phone, it draws power from your phone, which can put a strain on your phone's battery and just make it die faster. Not a deal breaker, especially because I don't record with my phone very often, but if you're picking this up with the expectation of using it with your phone exclusively, that's one thing to definitely take note of. If you lose the charging pod, you can't recharge the mics, which is super annoying. There's no USB on the mic. It's just a 2-prong connection that connects to the pod. So you would have to buy a whole new mic pod. Now it's only 40 bucks, so it's not that bad, but it could have been nice to have a USB-C port on the side of the lapel mic, just as a backup, I guess. Maybe in version 2. But honestly, so far I think the pros outweigh the cons here. Things like its size, it's small and super lightweight. I can't even feel it on my shirt. Using the mic with noise cancellation seems to be close enough to the quality I would produce in post-production on my existing mic, which is a big win for me. The included carry bag is a nice touch. It's a little bulky and I probably won't use it, but it'll help me keep all of the stuff for it organized in one place because I need more organization in my life for sure. Like I said, no money exchanged hands here. Nobody paid me to say nice things about this mic. and they definitely weren't all nice. But I've been very surprised at the quality of this mic based on its price point. Of course, links will be in the description and affiliate links. I get a little something if you use it, yada yada. But if you do use it, every little bit helps. I appreciate it, and it helps make videos like this easier to make for you guys. So if you're in the market for a new mic and you're looking for something that's small, lightweight, and won't waste your time editing in post-production just to make the audio sound clear and reasonable, this could be a good option for you. If you made it this far in the video and you learned something today, smash that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. And I'll see you fuckers on the next one.